Lanier is more than a recreation spot. It's a reservoir that helps support people, wildlife, and water needs across the region. Lake Lanier looks pretty different right now compared to what most people are used to because the water is just a lot lower.
More of the shoreline is visible, docks are sitting lower, some may be temporarily unusable. This can pose a challenge, but with a little bit of awareness, we can still enjoy the water whether we're on land or on the lake.
Lanier holds over 60% of the water stored on the entire ACF system. It is able to store water when it rains, and we can make releases for downstream purposes during drier times.
The current low water levels in Lake Lanier are due to the weather. We're in a dry period. The water in Lake Lanier is managed not only for Lake Lanier, but for the entire ACF system. We're required to provide flows for system needs, even if that means outflows exceed the inflows. This is just part of normal operation.
Lanier is its own watershed, which means that when it does not rain locally within the watershed, or it does rain locally within Lanier's watershed, that can affect that one project specifically. The entire system is operated as a system. The basin needs to be ran as a complete unit to make sure that all project purposes are being met equally across the states.
Lake Lanier provides water for metropolitan Atlanta. There are 5 water users that take water out of the reservoir, and there are actually 4 users that take water out of the river from the water that we release from the reservoir. Often, the water is released when people expect us not to release water during the low flow conditions. However, the metropolitan area is very reliant on us continuing to release water for drinking water purposes and to maintain water quality for recreation, as well as for the municipalities that need to have wastewater returned into the river. There's an authorization for us to continually release water for water supply and water quality that was instituted by Congress when the reservoir was constructed. What we do is driven by data. This is not guesswork.
We look at the forecast on a daily basis, sometimes an hourly basis, to ensure that there are no flooding conditions, that there are no drought conditions. It's a lot of coordination between all of the different stakeholders, as well as Florida Fish and Wildlife. And Lanier is the headwater project of that. It is the most important workhorse of the ACF.
We hope this documentary shows the public how the Corps plans, how we build trust, and how we communicate, especially during times of crisis. Lake Lanier is a special place. It's a critical piece of infrastructure. We want everyone to understand that we're going to do everything we can to maintain our commitment and our obligation to keeping it open and safe and accessible to everyone who wants to use it.
The staff at Lake Lanier do have a variety of tools to utilize for low water, primarily the Low Water Action Plan. That plan identifies each 1-foot drop in elevation, and there's predetermined actions to take, whether that be closing facilities or marking hazards with temporary buoys. Our goal is for everyone to be safe.
Safety starts before you head out onto the water. Be prepared, make a plan, know your tools, and always wear a life jacket.
Lake Lanier is part of a much larger system, and it's our job to keep that system working for everyone.
We don't manage this lake alone. We manage it with the public, with partners, and with long-term vision.